MLC TV News are reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the Confluence State of Nigeria. I am Jane G. Abalagbubu, and first the headlines. President Muhammadu Buhari at the passing out parade of cadets of the Nigerian Police Academy, WUDIL KANO. Governor ZULUM unveils 2 oxygen plants, 23 solar-powered refrigerators. Shake up in KOGI State House of Assembly, principal officers impeached. And gunners ready to break bank for €100 million Nigerian striker OSIMHEN. And now the news in detail. The President, Muhammadu Buhari, said his regime had made progress in stemming the tide of communal violence, farmer herdsmen clashes, cattle rustling, and kidnapping across the country. He also vowed that his regime would deal with those who were profiting from insecurity nationwide. Buhari spoke at the passing out parade of the regular course for 2016 cadets of the Nigerian Police Academy, WUDIL KANO. He said his government was working within available resources to place the Nigerian police force amongst the most efficient security organizations in the world. This was as he urged policemen to rise to the occasion of defending the country against elements who are determined to keep citizens in perpetual fear. Giving a situation report of the fight against insecurity, Buhari said that the Boko Haram insurgency, the indigenous people of Biafra, Eastern Security Network, and banditry in some part of the nation had been significantly degraded and relative normalcy had returned to most towns and villages. Urging the police force to deploy new technology to fight cybercrime, Buhari noted that today's landscape extends well beyond the land, sea, and air into the vast terrorists of cyberspace. The president pledged that the government would do everything possible to address the challenges facing the academy by calling for the interventions of relevant agencies, parastatals to facilitate the developmental plans. While congratulating the cadets for successful completion of their training, President Buhari directed them to maintain the spirit of accomplishment as they prepare to face the tasks ahead. He thereafter presented awards to the best graduating cadets, Rachel Babarinde, and the second best, Isa Abdulatif. In his remarks, the commandant of Nigerian Police Academy, AIG, Ahmad Abdurrahman, lamented over lack of perimeter fencing to effectively secure the school. He also expressed concern over delay in payment of cadets' stipends and allowances. Abdurrahman added that the academy lacks central sewage system to take care of cadets' hostels and staff quarters, making open defecation to thrive in the place. The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu inaugurated and handed over a building to the Department of State Service in the Alimosho area of the state. The governor, according to a statement signed by his chief press secretary, Brega Akosile, during the inauguration of the DSS building project, said the ultimate goal of his administration remained that the state would become one of the top places on the African continent to live, work, and invest. Sanwo-Olu, who was represented by his chief of staff, Tayo Ainde, noted that the DSS building was equipped with necessary furniture and facilities, which included remand rooms, kitchenettes, registry, conference room, and 2 and 1 bedroom en-suite living quarters. He said this administration has been working closely with security agencies in the state in their firm resolve to raise the bar of governance, which includes ensuring a well-secured and safe environment for investors and other socio-economic activities to thrive. The Lagos State Command Director of the DSS, who was represented at the event by Deputy Director, Administration Adebisi Akinloye, commended the Lagos State government for the commissioned building and assured that it would be adequately utilized and properly maintained. In his address, the chairman of the Alimosho local government area, Jelili Sulaimon, said the singular effort by the Sanwo-Olu-led administration to construct a building for the DSS in the council was a clear testimony of a government that was ready to address the challenges of security. The Lagos State government has said poor and vulnerable beneficiaries of the conditional cash transfer will now be paid through the online system of digital accounts from their banks. The Commissioner for Wealth Creation and Employment, Yetunde Arobieke, made this known during the distribution of ATM debit cards and activation pins to the beneficiaries in Agege. She said she is elated that the beneficiaries of CCT in Lagos State have received the bi-monthly cash stipends from this program. Arobieke added that CCT was an initiative developed by the federal government and the World Bank. Some residents of Lagos State under the banner of Okoba Orile Development Union trooped out massively on Thursday to protest what they described as arbitrary billing by the Ikeja Electricity Distribution Company. The residents, led by the secretary of the union, Omotayo Ojo, marched from Okoba Agege to the Ikeja Electricity Company, Akowonjo business unit at Ponle Egbeda area of Lagos, where they stalled activities by blocking the entrance of the disco company. They held placards bearing inscriptions such as "No prepaid meter, no payments," "Say no to unlawful conduct of Ikeja Electricity Company," "Say no to illegal accounts," among others. The business manager of the unit, who identified himself simply as Abayomi, addressed the protesters, saying that the problem could only be resolved by the provision of prepaid meters which were promised by the government. He said, "Before now, for about 1.5 years, the government gave them prepaid meters and they promised they would provide others. They all read it on pages of the newspapers. They gave out the ones they gave to them. Ever since then, no meter came." Abayomi also said he had had an earlier discussion with the representative of the community where he had suggested another solution to the problem by ensuring that they would be taking the meter reading from the transformer together with the community's representative. The residents complained bitterly about how they were made to pay illegal arrears and how the estimated billing had made lives unbearable for them, saying that they were not ready to make payments again if the problem was not resolved by the provision of prepaid meters. The community representative told Abayomi that the Account Reconciliation Committee would be better headed by him, which must also include 5 members of the community for transparency, saying until the arbitrary billings are resolved, they won't allow staff members of Ikeja Electricity Company to carry out disconnection. In his response, Abayomi promised to look into the demands and make sure that wherever there was a discrepancy in the billings, immediate rectification would be done. Governor Babagana Zulum of Borno State has inaugurated 2 oxygen plants with 23 solar-powered refrigerators donated by the Japanese government. The oxygen supply project would directly benefit about 7.1 million people, including children and women in 27 councils of the state. Inaugurating the twin plants, Zulum, represented by his deputy Usman Kadafo, said the oxygen plants with solar-powered refrigerators are located in state specialist hospitals, Maiduguri and Bio local government area, which will strengthen healthcare delivery system in the conflict areas of Borno. Unfolding the importance of oxygen, the United Nations Office for Project Services, UNOPS project supervisor, engineer Atunuke Fakunle, said that it will strengthen healthcare provision and build resilience of health systems in conflict and hard-to-reach communities. Besides, she added that this intervention will enable primary healthcare facilities to provide accepted standards of medical care in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic. She noted that the activities will seek to address the increasing vulnerability and mortality due to COVID-19 compounded by the insurgency in Borno. According to her, the oxygen plant in Maiduguri and Bio will expand vaccine storage capacity of health centers to increase child health and management of diseases affecting children under 5. On the importance of oxygen supplies, she reiterated that the twin plants in Maiduguri and Bio will increase production of oxygen in the state in treating acute respiratory complications. She added that it will also scale up the vaccination coverage with an efficient vaccine storage and cooling system. A United States of America-based cleric, Bishop Felix Owolabi, has donated a Toyota Hilux van for the use of Osun Amotekun Corps in the Ifedayo local government area of the state. Presenting the vehicle to the leadership of Amotekun Corps in the local government in his Okeila residence, Owolabi, who was joined by his wife Temitayo, harped on the need to ensure peace in all parts of the country. Owolabi, who is the pastor in charge of Faith Triumph Ministries International, Baltimore, Maryland, US, said it is only in the atmosphere of peace that other developmental initiatives could be successfully implemented. He said the vehicle was donated to Amotekun Corps to ensure effective patrol of all parts of Oke-Ila community, as well as other parts of local government area. He also expressed hope that the vehicle would be used for the purpose it was meant for. He said, national peace, public security and social stability are extremely important for any country in the world. Nothing is possible without peace and stability. We go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Mr. President, I was once there as an opposition senator. There was never a time that we called the president at that time, who was a PDP president, an insult, because this is our institution. And if we don't conduct ourselves with dignity and respect, nobody will respect us.
The heads of security in Nigeria made several different explanations for killings of our citizens.
The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, I hereby forward for the confirmation by the Senate the appointment of the underlisted nominees as National Commissioners and Resident Electoral Commissioner for the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
Welcome back. Now on politics. The Deputy Speaker, Majority Leader, Deputy Majority Leader and Deputy Chief Whip, KOGI State House of Assembly have been impeached. Their impeachment followed allegations of gross misconduct, misuse of office leveled against them. The notice of impeachment was signed by 17 of the members. The motion to impeach the Deputy Speaker and others was moved by Honorable Enema Paul. The House at the session replaced those impeached. Those elected are Rabiu Alpha Momo as Deputy Speaker, Mukhtar Bajay, Majority Leader, Enema Paul, Deputy Chief Whip, Dahiru Ahmed as Chief Whip. The House equally dissolved all House committees and appointed committee members. The senator representing Anambra North in the Senate, Stella Odua, has been dragged before a federal high court in Abuja over alleged perjury committed in order to be nominated for the 2023 senatorial election. Odua was sued alongside the People's Democratic Party and the Independent National Electoral Commission as the second and third defendants in the suits, respectively. A chieftain of the party and senatorial aspirant, Chief John Emeka, instituted the suits through his counsel, Mbanefo Ikwegwe. In the suits, the court was asked to issue an order restraining Odua from presenting herself forward as the senatorial candidate of the PDP in the next year's election. The plaintiff also prayed the court to stop the PDP from submitting Odua's name as its candidate for the Anambra North senatorial election. Also sought against INEC to prohibit it from accepting Odua from the PDP as its candidate in the next year's elections. The plaintiff predicated the suit on the ground that on October 2014, Odua allegedly committed perjury by making an affidavit on oath that she lost the original copy of her National Youth Service Corps discharge certificates when she actually possessed none. He further claimed that the senator committed another perjury in the INEC from CF001 in 2015 and 2019, where she allegedly used false information to obtain the nomination for the 2015 and 2019 senatorial elections. Maintaining the senator breached sections 2 and 12 of the NYSC Act, the plaintiff prayed for an order nullifying the nomination of Odua as the PDP candidate for the 2023 senatorial election for Anambra North. The plaintiff asked the court to compel the PDP and INEC to submit his name as the candidate for the senatorial election, having come second in the primary election that produced Odua as the candidate. Justice Ekwo subsequently fixed June 23 for a definite hearing of the suit. Now on crime. The Nigerian Customs Service (NCS) says it has sealed a warehouse in Lagos for importing 4,000 bags of foreign parboiled rice, which is equivalent to 7 truckloads of rice. The NCS says the bags of rice were seized within 8 weeks. Speaking recently in Ikeja, Lagos, the coordinator of Team A, Controller General of Customs Strike Force, MUHAMMADU, said that the service got the information of importation of that quality of rice from a terminal operator. Explaining further, he said that the bonded warehouse operator, who noticed that the container he was expecting had been diverted, informed officers of the development. He said that 3 suspects had been arrested in connection with the seizures. Yusuf said that importers of the bags of rice were in the habit of bringing in products without paying duties. Now on sports, let's join Jonah Malik for our sport update.
And on sports update, Arsenal are preparing to make a second offer for Nigerian striker Victor OSIMHEN, which will match up the 86 million price tag Napoli has put on the 23-year-old striker, having seen their first 60 million bid rejected by the Italian club on Monday. The Gunners' previous transfer fee was the £72 million they paid Lille in 2019 to sign Nicolas Pepe. According to Italian daily La Gazzetta dello Sport, Arsenal are keen to send the 23-year-old Nigerian international as a replacement for former skipper Alexandre Lacazette, who rejoined the Lyon on a free transfer this season. The striker, who scored 18 times and made 6 assists in 32 games last season, is also on the radar of other top European clubs. Meanwhile, Napoli, according to the report on La Gazzetta dello Sport, has identified Sassuolo striker Gianluca Scamacca as a possible target should the Nigeria leave the club this summer. Over 100 girls will take part in this year's Rasheedat Sadiq Basketball Championship at the Obafemi Awolowo Stadium in Ibadan. The event, which is being organized under the Rasheedat Sadiq Basketball Foundation, holds from July 17th to July 19th. This year's championship, according to the 6'2" forward, has a team strive for greatness. According to Sadiq, who represented Nigeria at the 2004 Olympic Games, 2006 FIBA World Championship, and the 2006 Commonwealth Games, after helping Nigeria to the 2003 and 2005 Afro Basketball for Women's Triumph, said the championship was meant to give opportunities to the young girls to hone their skills in their slam and dunk games. And that's sports update on MLC TV News. I am Malik Jonah reporting. Back to Akasta for more stories.
Thank you, Jonah, for the update. And that is the size of our package today. Join us next week at this same hour to watch our news as we give you updates on happenings within and across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Malachi TV, like and follow our Facebook page MLC TV, Instagram MLC TV 2021, and Twitter at MLC TV 1. For your events, coverage, information, contribution, advert, and sponsorship, please call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join us Fridays and Saturdays to watch our special programs. Friday 9 p.m. Local Government and You, Saturday 7 p.m. Family Affairs, 9 p.m. Political Arena, and Women's World Sunday by 6 p.m. It is Malachi TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Jane Balagbubu. Please continue to be your brother's keeper to build a united and peaceful society together. Good day. Thanks for watching. See you next week.